Olin's reaction to hearing emergency hologram activated.
Emergency what now?
Emergency hologram activated. Yeah, you just hear it and hear a voice and it's like, hello, is someone here? Hello?
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 Who are you? What are you doing here?
Just, wandering around and checking things out.
Well, welcome to the medical bay. Do you need medical treatment?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm just taking an inventory.
Oh. Then why was I activated?
I don't know. I walked in and you were activated.
Oh. Okay. Well, do you still need me? Like, this is like super awkward. You don't hear where the voice is coming from.
I've been here by myself for so long. Can we have a conversation?
No, the hologram probably doesn't realize it doesn't realize that it's, how long it's been activated or deactivated. We're not going that far with EMH. Oh god.
The EMH never cared. The doctor never cared unless people left him on because he shut himself off. But they gave him that ability later.
I loved Picardo in that. He's hilarious. He's like the best character in that show, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm
Are
good.
you gonna,
I'm just gonna take an inventory.
Well, as you're taking inventory, he's like, can you turn me off, please?
How do I do that?
Just tell the computer to deactivate hologram. That would help.
Right. Computer, deactivate hologram.
Thank you! And it turns off. Now, if you ever turn it on again, we'll find out. Or someone's gonna go in there and reprogram that shit. We'll find out. Anyway, yeah, you go through the medical area. You do have medical supplies. The meds I wouldn't trust with like a 30-foot pole. Like you look at some of them.
A little bit expired.
Yeah, a little expired. Like one of them says like it's like 15 years out of date, and you're trying to figure out how that got on here because like this ship isn't that old. But yeah, apparently 15 years out of date. So apparently it was expired when it was on the ship to begin with. All the Federals.
That's suspicious. I'm going to inspect that.
Okay.
Like, I want to see if it's actually what it says it is.
Okay.
So,
roll me.
I'm gonna go like find a spectrometer or something, or some kind of testing apparatus.
You're gonna like pull out the lab. You just see him pull out like all this lab equipment out of nowhere. Just like, okay, we're testing this. All right. Roll me a. Is there an investigation check on this? I don't remember. Starfinder has one.
No. There is a physical science check.
Yes, physical science check, please.
Or light. Yeah, I don't know. There's physical science and there's life science.
Physical science.
And there's also medicine. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, physical science.
Guys.
Ooh. That's 18.
Well, it's not what it is by any means.
I knew it.
Do you do like a full spectral analysis on this? Like what it is? Roll a medicine check for me just to see if you can understand what this is from the analysis. Like you get it back, it spits it out at you. Roll me a medicine check to see if you understand what it is.
While he's doing that.
Oh,
damn.
This shit is truth serum.
Oh, fuck yes.
Like so, and you start to deduce. It's like, okay, this ship was used for some really
greasy shit.
Yeah.
Really enthusiastic questioning.
Yes, and they were using this as more of a suggestive aid for.
It's a mobile rendition site.
I mean, it could have been. They could have. From what you guys have heard about Fed intelligence, they did some freaking dark shit. Like they are what Oni is in Halo. I will say that they are at that level, like Oni is. there is myths of them literally abducting people. Like, they're just as bad as Spectre on some of that. And Spectre hires a lot of people from from Fleet Intelligence. Like, there is a lot of people that work for Spectre that used to work there. Reynolds might be one of them, you're not sure, honestly.
This is how Reynolds got here.
Yeah, basically. It might be his ship, who knows? But yeah, so you find it, there's true serum, and there's like 30 doses of it in here. Like, you start looking through the rest of the medicine cabinet, and you're like, yeah, these aren't actual real meds. These aren't real meds. Like, this room, and you start to look at it, and you're like, this is not a med bay. This is just labeled med bay for certain reasons.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend like fucking until somebody comes looking for me, or I need searching this med bay because
he just goes out and where it says med, just scratches it out and like Sharpies in fun.
Fun bay, the fun bay.
Take him to the fun bay.
Oh, that doesn't sound so bad.
Fun is a euphemism for torture.
You could also probably think what the hologram was actually doing now that you think about it. You're like, huh.
Good thing I didn't tell him I needed medical treatment.
I know, right? Here,
that would have been uncomfortable.
The drill on his ceiling. There is medical equipment in here, but most of the meds, like, there's not really any for treatment of people per se. It's more, we're going to mistreat the shit out of people. But yeah, so while you're looking for that buck, are you looking for anything else in the ship's logs or the store or the data that you are able to get access to on the bridge?
Real quick before I do that, I feel I should mention that Brandon Herrera just Obrez to Mosen.
Yeah, I watched a couple days ago. It was fucking hilarious.
It came out literally yesterday.
Yeah.
He is not doing well in quarantine. Okay.
No. No, they bought it. One of the people bought it for him as a joke.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, what is Buck doing?
I'm gonna see if I can pull up any like mission records, why it's here, where it's been before. Maybe check the net for any.
You guys, if I remember, you tried last time, and you guys weren't able to get into it. I know Halls wasn't, so because remember, most of it was wiped, like, so there wasn't a lot in there. So, I mean, you can tell that this ship was here for the last thing. The real entry that you were able to find was it was here on detached service on, to assist with Fed operations within the Terminus kind of area of influence. So, whatever the fuck that means, to be completely honest, because you're not sure what they mean by that, because that's more of a Fed thing. That could be the next 3 systems or the next 30. You're not sure. So, but you know that this ship was deactivated 7 years prior to the current date. So it's been sitting in that cargo bay for that long. And they basically left it for either storage or just left it abandoned. For some reason. But otherwise, the AI, you're not really able to access it. The AI may have the actual backup data stored within its mem logs, but you would have to fully activate it, and that's up to your crazed AI person at the moment to probably do that. Bloody. So, I think that's a discussion that you all need to make, and not just make it without Hallsworth, and then be like, "You activated it without me." That would not be a fun conversation.
Right? I think. Yeah, we'll have to wait for him to get back. Speaking of which, it's been an hour and a half.
I don't know. Anyway, I will message him again.
Okay, doke.
So.
In the meantime, I think I'm gonna go down to to our old ship.
Okay.
up to the bridge, and I'm gonna give Reynolds a call.
Okay. Does anybody else want to join Buck while we're talking to Reynolds, or is
No.
it just between Buck and
just
I
me,
am
Reynolds?
Okay.
Okay.
I am still inventorying.
13 is probably trying to find extinguishers on the ship, I'm assuming. Man.
And I don't want
extinguishers.
him. I don't want him being chatty.
Okay. So you go to the ship and you see Reynolds, and he turn you call him and he does the chair swing answer, so like he's looking away out a window, and then he does the whole like, "Why hello," little chair swivel to the
Reynolds,
camera.
How long have you been waiting to do that to someone?
I do it all the time. Don't worry about it. I was expecting your call after I heard what happened. So.
Oh well, I guess then that I don't have to.
Yeah.
Omnipotent.
I mean, y'all took off in a pretty big ship and scared the shit out of Terminus security.
Silence.
How'd you know it was us?
I mean, I figured if you're calling me right now and you didn't come see me in person, that was my deduction.
Oh, can't really argue with that. So, yeah. You know about this thing?
No, I do not actually.
Right.
If I knew about this thing, we'd be using it a long time ago, apparently.
Well, no time like the present.
Well, by the way, the station hasn't burned down yet, if you've noticed.
I had assumed so.
You might want to tell Wep that he needs to maybe slow down on the apocalyptic thought processes that he's going through at the moment.
I can try, but I doubt he'll listen. He ain't happy.
He didn't sound right in the head to me, to be completely honest.
He's definitely rattled.
Yeah.
For a few screws loose.
Is he,
quite literally.
And Reynolds is sitting there, is he someone we need to worry about?
Not as far as I can tell. He does not seem to be a fan of, whatever it is.
Is he going to get you all killed, is the question.
I doubt he's any more likely to do that than you are, so.
Well, if you need assistance, you let me know on that one, okay? If you need him taken off the board, let me know.
I will keep that in mind.
Anyway, so what do you have to report then? We're trying to dig anything we can have on what we just happened here a little bit ago. Literally, you guys called within like an hour of it happening, so like he's deducing that he hadn't heard from y'all, and he's basically like that's how he figured it out. So he's like, so what do you have?
I'll go ahead.
I was gonna say he probably just threw that out, hoping we would fucking be guilty and answer.
That too. Honestly, that could be a 50-50 thing, to be completely honest. So, anyway, what do you all have then?
Well, ship. A big ship.
Okay.
Not a lot on the records. It's wiped. But if I dig anything up, I'll let you know.
Fed or whose ship was it?
Yeah, it was the feds, but I don't exactly know who within that, all-encompassing term.
You guys explored the ship at all yet?
We're doing it now. It's only been an hour or so.
Yeah. Like anything of revelation that you want to share in your hour of searching?
That's where it would have been good to talk to me, but you know.
Yeah. So I don't know any of it. So.
Nope.
No, not as of yet. It's got an AI, but the AI doesn't know
What?
much.
It has what?
An AI?
And you see Reynolds' face, like, going from, like, relaxed, like, calm and collected like he usually is, and he's got this panic look of, the fuck you say? Yeah, he don't look too happy. There's a Federation ship with AI on it.
Yeah?
And he's like, okay, I'm going to need to make some phone calls.
Are they not supposed to have that?
No. No.
Oh,
Like,
well.
this is, like, they banned AI on warships. Like, that's not supposed to be a thing.
How long
because
ago
of
did they do that?
the whole Android. Huh? What was that, Lottie?
How long ago did they do that?
The first war against when the androids tried to uprise against everybody.
Okay,
and,
so longer than 7 years ago. Got
yeah,
it.
like this has been a couple hundred years in terms of they shouldn't have it at least.
Got it.
So yeah, like this is very shocking to them. Like there was the whole craze of just AI or not, AI or no bueno.
We still have it for isolated from systems, right?
For the moment, yes.
Yeah. We ain't, you know, we ain't hooked it up to anything.
I would keep it that way.
That has been the plan thus far.
I'm going to do some digging because this isn't into some territory that needs investigated. There's possibly a shadow war going on here that Spectre doesn't know about, and that scares me.
Well, with what we've learned from WUP, that could be a distinct possibility. And if not just that, more than one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry about that. We have if I turned the camera around right now and showed you the where all the analysts are, it is literally like a Chinese fire drill out there, and he kind of chuckles at that a little bit. Because everybody is trying to figure out what the hell's like, and you see him motion to somebody, and then you hear like the door open, like in the background, and you hear a bunch of screaming and like people yelling at each other, like there
it
is.
Sounds like does it sound like the stock market, basically?
Yes,
Yeah.
It literally is like a fire sale day at the stock market. You've seen margin call, it's literally that, where it's just a fucking mess, and everybody is like, ah. They are
Some
trying.
guy's getting ready to eat himself out a window, you know.
And it's probably more due to the ship than the whole, hostile AI thing, because they haven't really seen the effects of that yet. But the whole ship and from the security being complete assholes about it, yeah. And Reynolds, you hear the door close, and he's like, "By the way, the security here is not too happy that you stole their toy."
Well, if they didn't want it stolen, they shouldn't have left it unguarded.
Well, I think they were hoping that the lack of knowledge of the ship would. We think they were getting ready to retrofit it or use it to personal yacht. I don't know. That's a pretty large ship to be somebody's personal little pleasure craft.
Finders keepers.
Well, I'm not going to say no to that. I mean, you guys did find it on your own. I would recommend, though, that you all consider...
Not coming back to Terminus in it, yeah.
For the moment, or going elsewhere and maybe finding some crew to that thing completely filled out if it's... I think you'll need more than just what you guys have.
You keep breaking up, Waller.
Hello? Is that better?
Yeah,
Basically,
that's better.
Reynolds recommends, he's like, hey, yeah, do not come back, and you probably should go get some crew to help you run that ship. Because, the four of you probably can't run it too efficiently on your own. Let's put it that way.
As it stands, I don't know that we can really afford to crew this thing out to any useful point, but if you maybe be willing to help out with that.
You want to make a deal?
You already got us working for you. This is definitely expand our capabilities.
Well, you guys will eventually get to keep the ship, but Spectre will cover the crew. Just can offer an IOU, whatever contract you guys need to sign to get people on there. You do it, and then let me know.
All right.
Is that fair? And you guys get to keep the ship, but you guys get to do missions if we call you, as per normal. And they're going to be a lot more high risk, most likely.
Well, feel free to throw a low ball to us any point you want, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, if you need any contacts or any leads on people, you let me know. Otherwise, I better cut this transmission off before Terminus Security gets start sniffing around the offices here, because we just got word that they're probably coming.
All right.
We're gonna be.
Fun with your,
You're probably figuring out the fire sale is actually a fire sale, and they're actually probably trying to burn everything in the office. That's anything of like paper or anything concrete.
I noticed a slight smokiness to the air behind Brittle.
And he's just got he's back to the composure face a little bit, and he's like, "We got work to do." And you see him like, "Goodbye now," and then he turns it off, and then the camera goes to Reynolds, and you see him rip his computer screen, and they just rip the computer, and they start breaking hard drives in the computer. They are legitimately just
fucking going
everything.
Hard drives with drills.
Yeah,
fucking Space Makita.
They are literally trying to just burn and destroy everything they can.
Alright, have fun with your panic. Call us when you need us.
Because they're pretty sure that it's Spectre's fault and Terminus is pissed. So anyway, yeah. So you guys got a contact with that, and he did send you before they destroyed his computer. They did send you a burner contact if you needed a drop contact to get a hold of him. So you're not completely out of
cool
communications. So but yeah, that's your conversation with Reynolds. Did you, by the way, did you give him the ship name by chance or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay. So he's gonna have to. That's gonna be interesting in the background. We'll find out. But what are you gonna do next, Buck? You gonna head back into the other?
I didn't finish data, but I figure he could use some entertainment.
All right. 13. How goes the finding fire extinguishers? It's not going well.
Well, it gets worse. I'm in the same ship Bilatti's character is in.
Uh-huh.
On our ship.
Because I gotta go ferry the, fire extinguishers back and forth. I dropped one.
Oh no.
All you hear coming down the hall, Bilatti, is just pong, 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 pong. And a fire extinguisher, if you have the door open and you're leaving the room you were in, you just see a fire extinguisher go flying by with the nozzle basically cut off. And it's continuing on down the hall on its merry way.
Well, I was in the bridge, so it can't go much further.
It goes out the window. You hear it hit the window glass, about breaks the window glass.
It'll just
bridge.
I would hope that wouldn't break the window of a fucking ship's bridge.
I know, right? Remember, shields, man. Shields are a wonderful thing.
13 just comes running down the hall after it. No, wait. Wait for me. He's just gonna pick it up.
He's like a little kid, trying to play with he's playing with paper, like a RC airplane that he keeps crashing into everything. And he just did this with the extinguisher, so I don't know what's Buck's reaction to just almost getting hit in the head with an extinguisher when the door opens, because that's probably what happened here.
Gonna get out of his way and not be particularly surprised because it's 13.
Don't slip on the extinguisher, crap.
Foam. 13. It's called foam. I won't slip on it.
Okay. and he's just gonna pick up the empty the empty canister, and just keep going with it.
What are you doing with the empty canister? Like,
I
are
don't
you
know.
trying to refill it, or what are you trying to like? Are you trying to like? Could I get the foam from there back into here and pressurize it? Is that what 13's thinking?
No, he's given up on the foam on the ground. What is he gonna do with it? That's a good question. I mean, I figured he was just gonna go and throw it away, but no, he wouldn't do that. What would he do with it? All right, well, I'll have to. 13's gonna look at the empty canister and be like, I bet I could use this for something.
Fire extinguisher art is what's gonna happen. Like 13's gonna be this artist.
Starts welding spent fire extinguishers to himself.
It's armor. Look. So anyway,
functions.
Buck, you head back to the other ship at this point.
Me or him?
Buck.
Yeah. I'll
All right.
grab my shit out of my room and start hefting it up to the captain's quarters.
You don't have your robotic crewmen anymore because they all died. So, yeah,
Yep.
You guys head up there and you walk by and you see you hear like crashes from where Olin's at, and you hear like somebody going through like he's pilfing a room looking for shit and just crashing of
Wait.
Yeah.
I have a thing for this. Hold on.
Okay. You have a thing for this, Bilotti.
Yeah, they don't seem to have a convenient video of it, so...
Anyway.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, no, they don't. It was just a part in Firefly where Jane's just tearing the infirmary to shreds looking for tape.
Yeah, he's just looking through shit, and you just hear that down the hallway. So what's Buck gonna do here?
Obviously gonna go to see if someone is dying.
Okay. So you head in there. Olin, you hear Buck come in, hear him in the back, or you hear him kind of enter the room behind you, and you're going through shit, so...
You alright in here?
Cleaning up some stuff that I knocked over because I wasn't, ransacking the fucking place.
Yeah, you probably knocked over like a tray, like with a bunch of crap on it.
Damn it!
It was
God,
yeah, basically.
What? Oh. I was gonna come see you later. Found some interesting stuff in here.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, you know how it says med bay outside?
Yes.
It's not a med bay.
Looks kind of like a med bay.
It does look like a med bay too. You can't tell the difference, Buck, honestly.
I'm gonna toss him one of the little sealed bottles of stuff that I found that is not properly labeled.
And he points it out too. Yeah, you're pretty sure like this was not properly labeled.
Like it's highly it's expired. It's expired older than the ship expired on the label.
This doesn't seem terribly sanitary.
Because it's not what it says on the label. It's
Considering I can't read what's on this fucking label anyways, what...
It's like
we'll call it
it's just an incredibly complicated chemical.
Yeah, it's fucking faded too, and you look at it and it's like gibberish to you. Even though it is English, it is gibberish.
It's scientific mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, basically.
Backwater Buck doesn't really understand.
Truth serum, Buck.
Olin and Buck, you do notice that there is a door at the at the end of the hall, or the end of the room there, at the back of the room. And there's a door that it looks like has a lock button on it, and it is locked.
I haven't gone in there yet.
Well, given what we've already discovered, maybe you oughtn't until I go put all my shit away and then come back and be here when you do open it.
I'm surprised you didn't reactivate. There's a hologram in here. He says it's a medical hologram. I don't think I trust him.
Yeah, considering what this bottle is, that's probably not a bad idea.
Oh, and that's only one of the bottles. There's about 20 of those.
Huh. I'll go ahead and hand the one back to these.
You guys
I'll
are gonna
put it
open
inside
the
of my
door?
pocket.
Not yet. I'm gonna go put my shit away and then I'll come back and we can open the door. Because I am still carrying all my stuff.
So you go do that, and yeah, you guys come back, and both of you. Do you want to go get 13 for the door too, or like all three of you there, or?
I would like to have Wop here.
Not here.
Yeah, did he not respond back to you?
Nope.
God
He's
damn it.
moving his shit in right now because his roommate's leaving tomorrow, so he's moving all this shit around his apartment. So
His roommate's leaving?
yeah. He's moving out. So
Oh.
anyway, so the three of you, I guess all three of you, you probably go get 13 when you go back to the ship. Be like, hey, 13, we need you for something.
God help us.
God help us.
Okay.
So 13, you kind of follow Buck, and you guys walk into this med room. And 13, you see a door. It has a keypad on it, and it is locked. And it's like one of those old style like lock keypads for like a door. It is just old school.
Do you want me to open the door?
I'm gonna try the old password.
1, 2, 3.
It opens it, doesn't work.
Wait, what?
It does not work.
Try 3, 2, 1.
Which one worked? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or just
No,
1, 2, 3?
neither of them worked.
Oh, okay.
So this has a different code.
I thought that might be too easy. I don't suppose I can open it via like the computer system.
Nope. This was not on the computer system. Like this whole room wasn't even on the official like listing on the ship. Like, so you're kind of confused because you didn't see anything about this room being here, like in terms of stores or anything. So
It said med bay, and I just thought it was a med bay, but it's not a med bay.
It's not a med bay. So however y'all want to react to the door.
Shall I try to hack into it?
Can you do that without screwing it up?
Probably not.
Fuck it. Go for it.
Alright, Minnie, make me a hack check there, senor.
Okay. Now, what does that fall under? Computers?
Be computers, yeah.
Okay. 16.
Okay. So you look at the lock, 13, you're able to access it, and you're able to get in to start looking at, like, you break into the system, so you kind of, like, pop the door off, like, pop the faceplate off, and you can kind of get into the computer board and stuff behind, like, where the keys are. And I want you to roll me another computer check, sir.
Alright.
A little bit of a skill challenge here.
15.
Access denied. I want you to do it again.
Oh.
Here, go beep, beep, beep.
That is a 21 non-natural.
So you guys watch as 13 enters the first one, and you hear it go beep, 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 access denied. And you two probably are looking at each other like, oh no, we put our faith in this robot.
I take a step back.
Piece of crap, old system.
And then you type in the right you type in the second time, and then it says access granted, and you see the light like gets from a red to a green, and then the door slides open. And this room, it's about half the size of the med bay, and you open the door, it opens, and this, I want y'all to roll perception checks for me. 13, everybody. See what you can see.
I'm distracted.
What'd you get, a 1?
Yep. I'm looking through the med bay for more shit.
You
17.
Paying attention.
17, so 13 out of 17. Buck, what'd you get?
What? Perception check, you
Yes,
said?
sir. Yes, sir.
14.
So 13. You recognize you've seen this room before. Might not be on this ship, but you've seen this room before. And this goes back to the days in your backstory, you know. You guys walk in, and this is it's a torture room for synthetics, so robots, androids, things like that. You see, there's a very, very medieval kind of. It's very barbaric, very medieval. It's got like a place where they probably did like electoral stress on the systems to cause pain and things like that. Like, this room is literally built to get information out of just both biologics and synthetics.
I assume that I'm just kind of piecing that together.
Yeah, you kind of you
It's
start
pretty
piecing it
fucking
together.
obvious.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. You're like, oh,
Well, that's fucking horrifying.
and there is a set of cryopods in the back wall, and there's one of them that is actually occupied.
What is it occupied with?
You have to go find out. You just notice that it is closed and activated from where you guys are standing.
Alright, 13. You stay right fucking there.
I'm out in the hallway. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Olin?
What?
Olin. Come here.
Just a second.
Now.
I'm outside scratching med off the sign and writing in Guantanamo.
Guantanamo Bay!
Once I finish that, I'll come and go, what? What do you need? I was doing something very important.
I need you to make sure that 13 does not fucking move.
13, don't move.
Okay.
Okay.
13's just fucking bolt still.
Literally just like freezes and is like in a weird pose.
God.
I'm going to go over and have a look in the pod without touching anything.
It's kind of got that frosted cover. The pods look like the ones from Aliens a little bit, but they're kind of a little more cold. Like, there's full blown cryo, but it's kind of the same setup. And you kind of walk and you look at it's a human male.
Appears to be a human.
Human male. He's probably, by what you can guess from his age, he's lighter skinned. He's probably about 6'4", 6'5". Like, this dude's big. Like, you're like, oh god. And he's like in his early to mid 40s. And he's very, very athletically built. Let's put it that way. Like, this guy looks like he's military. You're pretty sure, or at least used to be.
Like, oh, okay, so
yeah, either
not
is or used to be.
athletic, like
He's not. He's not
combat athletic.
Yeah,
He's not an upside down triangle.
no.
Okay, not that kind of.
No,
athletic.
but he's like, I can go and run a fucking marathon like 4 times in a week kind of guy, and he does have it looks like he was probably infantry from what you can tell, like for the way he's built up. Like, this dude is probably infantry or something along that line.
Olin, can you look around for any notes, any information on who might be in this?
Sure, I'll see what I can find.
All right, and 13, I got a job for you.
Can I move
No, that's the job. Stay there.
I request a transfer.
I mean, you could send him away. You don't have to have him stay here. But
I don't want him to inadvertently push any buttons until we're really sure of what's in this pod.
Out of curiosity, do I see any buttons?
there is buttons, yes. There's buttons everywhere in this
Oh.
room.
I will throw things at you. And by throw things at you, I mean drive to Massachusetts and throw things at you.
Anyway, before we want to take that break now because I guess it is ready, the order. So
Yeah, that's fine.
we want to take that break now.
Okay.
How long do you figure you're gonna be?
It only took it like 20 minutes last time, not
yeah,
even.
like 15, 20 minutes. I gotta freaking put my shoes on and stuff when I'm gone. So won't take me long. I will be back. 10, 15 minutes, 20 at most. It just depends on how
Alright.
busy they are. But I'm gonna go. So I will be back.
Alrighty.
You all chat and strategize what you're gonna do with this too while I'm gone.
Okie doke.
It'd be a lot easier if fucking Wop was here.
I know what my target is. The big red button.
Y'all can yell at Hallsworth too and get him here. Just
I
saying.
know where you live, Minnie. I sent you that patch. I have your address.
This is true, but it won't stop me. Alright, well, I'm gonna go AFK as well. I gotta go take a shower, so
Okay.
I'm gonna bring the stream down and